Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1979 Hermes 3000 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. The nameplate is blank here. That usually has the manufacturer location, but sometimes they're blank, and I believe this era, the last year they made these, was mostly made in Hungary, but these were designed and engineered in Switzerland, and they were also made in France. This is the third generation of the Hermes 3000. The second generation is a metal shell, square. This one's more boxy with a plastic shell, and the first generation is a curvy shell, all metal. So they transitioned to this as a plastic shell that was kind of fit for the era of electronic devices like printers and game consoles and electric typewriters that had kind of this design. So they were competing for that style. Best typewriter of all time, even though it just has a different shell. The first, second, and third generation has the same basic performance, but different shells, a little bit different, parts, but most of the same. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers, a scale, and the margin indicators in red. To set the margins, it's on the side here. You put the cursor where you want it, flip this switch underneath this is the carriage release, this is the margin setting, and it'll set the margin there. If you want it closer to the edge, you hold it up and push it to where you want it, let it go, and that's where you'll move the margin to. Same concept on the right side. Right now it's right there in the middle, but I want it closer to the edge, so I'm going to hold the carriage release and the margin at the same time and push it to where I want it, let it go, and that's where that right margin will be. And if you want it closer to the edge, you just put the cursor where you want it and then flip the margin to that spot I want it on the edge for maximum clearance. This does have elite typeface, so maybe not all the way on the edge. And on this generation, the bell is hard to get really loud. I'm not sure if they made it like that on purpose, but most of the 3000s in the third generation I've had has a really dull bell. I've tried to tinker with that, and it just I don't want to make it any worse, but didn't make it any better either. So it's just, you can hear it, but it's just not ringing loud down the streets. And once you hear that bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, just flip that switch down 1 notch. It skips 1.5. One more, it skips 2. Very smooth. I'm going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that up to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it on the yellow indicator, it prints right down the middle. When you have it on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. When you have it all the way down and print on the white indicator, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. We're going to move that to red. Beautiful, perfect touch. Type on this thing all day long and never get tired. Got elite typeface, prints 12 characters per inch. Beautiful print. The best of the best in many ways. All around, it's beautiful typewriter. I really do love that retro look. When I first saw this, I had to have one. This is I've had a bunch of these since then, but they have them in blue too, I believe. Not sure if there's any other colors. This is like an off-white, and I believe that's just due to age, but you could tell like the keys are still nice. The internal, when I took this thing apart to clean it out, it was so clean. The internal of this machine specifically is super clean, excellent condition. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You flip it forward, unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip this down for now. Put the color back on black. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Tab on the top left. I believe there's tabs set already on 10 space intervals. Very smooth tabs set. I'm just going to clear them all by hitting this. The 3 lines, it's an all tab clear. So now when you hit the tab button, it doesn't have any tabs. I'm going to set one right there in the middle. I always like to set a tab somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. And it stops at that spot. To clear that one specific tab, you just hit that minus sign. That's just one tab clear versus the all tab clear next to it with the 3 lines. But I'm just going to keep that one set. This is your margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release, will allow you to type past that block all the way to the end. And this is your backspace. Very good. Touch control on the left from 1 to 4. That just increases the tension when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys a bit harder for them to print, but they respond faster, so you just want to play with that to gauge your preference as far as touch control goes. Pop the hood off from the back like this. All hard plastic, so you want to be careful with this. Getting old, so these do break and crack all the time. The top is actually pretty sturdy. Just it's a pain to ship these. So if you don't know how to ship a typewriter, it's hard to ship these. And when you're taking off this frame here, you gotta, there's clips. These things break off all the time. It's crazy. All right, all the brand new ribbon was loaded on the left, so it should be, actually it's on the right, so it's pulling to the left. If you want to switch that direction, side you want it to go to, you just flip the ribbon guide there on either side. Towards the middle, the side that you want it to go to towards the middle will pull it to that side, and that's meant to catch the eyelid at the end of the ribbon, which is a little metal piece, and it will swap the direction automatically to the side that it needs to go to. But to manually set it just like that. We're gonna set this back on there, just straight down, I guess, like this. Snap it right back on. Easy to take on and off. It's got this nice quality sticker from probably the distributor, that whoever sold this typewriter, maybe the first person that serviced it put that sticker on, but I can get this all the way off, but it doesn't look bad, so I'm not going to try to do that. It takes a long time to get that residue off from these stickers, and it's not a metal, so it's even harder on the plastic. But if somebody wants to buy it without the sticker, then I can take that off. Just add a request. Carriage release on the left side, or on the right side here, and this is your carriage lock. You flip it down like this, and it will lock the carriage in the middle. And to unlock it, you push it down and over to the right a little bit. It won't unlock just by pushing it on this model. Carriage release on this side, super smooth. The Bentley of typewriters. They call it that for a reason, just smooth and luxury. And obviously this is your margin, and if you pull the knob out, it disables the spacing when you turn it, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You push it in, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept when you move the line space selector all the way back. There's a dot there, and it will disable the spacing. You push it to the 1, you get the clicks, and that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.